love to be able to get to that thing. I bet it's got some stuff in it I could get rid of. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple. Today, I'm going to be heading out to my garage to see if I can make some more progress before it gets too hot to work out there for very long. When that happens, I'll head back down to my basement because I've got a lot of decluttering to do down there as well. And be sure you check out tomorrow's video. It's going to be an update for my Mega May 50 a Day Declutter Challenge hosted by Jen from HappilyOrganizedChaos. Amanda Jane and I, Amanda Jane is from MindyourMatters. We are doing Saturday updates to show you what we have decluttered throughout the week. And now, let's head on out to my garage and get started. And if you've got something that you need to declutter, grab your stuff and come on. We'll do it together. I couldn't get these boxes out myself, so I asked hubby to get them down for me. He did, and so now I can go through these and see if there's some stuff that I can declutter. This jewelry box just has some old belts in it. All of that can go. And this stuff looks like it can definitely go. I don't even know how long ago it was I had that in my kitchen. I think that was back from when we first got married. This might have actually been a wedding gift. So that would have been 1976. I think this picture belonged to my in-laws, so I won't be letting go of that because that would be my husband's call. And I think this is something that we got on vacation one year. So I'm going to hang on to that and maybe put it out here in the garage. But this exercise thing and these two things here, this I think was something from Vacation Bible School back in 1979. This ironing board, plate, and a bowl. I think those are mine, so I can go ahead and let go of those. And that picture there, I always liked that picture. But it can go. And this mirror, and a jingle bell, and a little ball, and two boxes that are now empty. So now I'm going to take this bag out and see if I can go through it pretty quickly. It's pretty heavy. Out of that bag, I'm only keeping these little tools and that little bag of shells. I pulled out two more bags, and the only thing that I'll be keeping out of that is this. Only because this is actually hubby's, and I think it just got put into this box accidentally. The rest of this is going. And another bag to go through. Everything in that bag is leaving except for these three pictures. And yep, that is my hubby and me back when we were 23 and 26, 1981. I think this is a bag of stuff that is from before I got married because I pulled this Ziploc baggie out and it had styrofoam balls in it and half of a leg's egg and this medicine bottle that is full of, I don't know, little jewelry and little bits of things. And this medicine bottle is dated 1973. And that's 3 years before I got married. Also, I found this in there. I don't know if any of you remember this. But when we used to have, we'd take chewing gum wrappers and we would make these chain things with them. See that? I forgot I even had this thing. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't need to keep any of that, but I just wanted to show you. And I'm pretty sure the rest of this stuff is from before I got married as well. I remember that, I think. Yeah, it's broken, but I remember it. And here's a bottle of glue. Yeah, I think it's past its time. And what else we got in here? I don't know what that is. I don't see anything so far that I need to keep, though. Oh, there's, looks like the other half of the leg's egg and a purple leg's egg, which has stuff in it. Not surprising. Oh, this is really good. My nephew Carter, I gave him my records, and he told me he hasn't been able to play them because he doesn't have one of these things. So now, he'll have one. I'm going to give him these. So, there you go. Well, that's good. And let's see, so far I'm not seeing anything in here that I need to keep. Nope. All of this stuff can go. And I'm going to give these to my nephew, Carter. Carter is Jody's son, by the way. So if you saw my video with Jody, my niece, I don't remember what I had this fabric for, but it is the most gorgeous red, and it's like a velvet, and it's so awesome. But I don't need it. It can go. All of this stuff is going to go. I didn't realize I still had these, but I used to sew a lot, and these are some of the patterns that I actually used to make clothes for myself. This one is dated 1978. I didn't need to keep anything in that bag, so all of it is leaving. I emptied out the last bag that was in the box, and pretty much everything in it was basically trash. There were a few things that I might be able to give away, and I found 3 legs eggs that I'm going to keep. I'm going to put them in my Easter bin so that I can use them as Easter eggs next year, along with this purple one. Out of this box, I kept these items. All of these items I'm going to give away, and all of this is trash. This is a cabinet that is out in our garage, and hubby tends to put a lot of things in here just randomly, so I'm going to clean this cabinet out. When I was throwing the random fast food cups away that I was finding around the garage last summer, I realized there was a problem because I started finding them in places like this. And that's when I went and asked my science hubby if there was a reason he had these cups all around the garage. Yes, there was. He is saving these for a science project experiment thingy that he's doing. So luckily his cups did not get thrown away. They had gotten thrown into the recycle bin. He was able to pull them back out before he took the recycling away. So no big tragedy, but I know now to be very careful about throwing away things and assuming that they are trash, as most of us would think. I'm going to pull those things out of this cabinet, put those in a box. I'm going to find out what else is in this cabinet that is just, you know, maybe it's just trash, maybe it's recycling, or maybe it's something that needs to be kept. I have to ask hubby, and maybe we can figure out a better use for this cabinet. We got everything out of the cabinet. Several things went into this box to go into recycling or trash, that stuff. And we have a little pile of things that are maybes, and a great big pile of things to keep. This is the part that I'm going to have to figure out what to do with. Does it go back in the cabinet, or does it go somewhere else? Or do we really need to keep it? This is one of the bags that was on top of the cabinet, and it looks like it's a bunch of used gift boxes. This one has a couple of huge purple bows in it. I'm going to put these purple bows and these gift boxes down in the basement with the other gift boxes and bags and that sort of thing. I'm going to give these 2 sets of gift boxes away because they're already opened, and there's 4 sets of them over there that have not been opened, so I don't need to keep that many. These can go. And then there's this box. This is the box that was up in the top shelf, and it's got a whole lot of stuff in it, and hubby said he would go through it later. I don't know if that means when he gets back or what, but even if he ends up keeping everything in it, I do want to find a different container because that one's looking pretty ratty. It may change a little bit, but I put back most of what was in it. Instead of being on top, now the shoes are inside the cabinet, and there was a paper bag that was falling apart that had sandpaper in it. I put that in this gift box that I was gonna throw away because it was used, but I thought, well, I might as well just put it to use. And when we get through going through the area with the tools and that sort of thing, that may come out of there and go back over into that section. But for now, at least we know where it's at. Hubby's going to go through these books when he gets back and see if he wants to keep them. And then we had a few things up in here. My gloves will be handy, watering can. There's a couple of tools like a screwdriver and hose attachments and things. And so I made use of these boxes. We were going to throw them in the recycle bin, but I figured might as well put them to use. So that's what I'm doing. And then we have some trash bags, some paper towels, and some cups that hubby wanted to keep up in that top cabinet. Alrighty then, here's the thing. It's getting harder and harder to figure out what to do out here because, as I've said before, this is mostly my husband's stuff. And some of you may be able to relate, I don't know, but he's not inclined to do anything about this because this doesn't look like a mess to him. This is perfectly fine with him. And honestly, if I go trying to fix it and organize it and manage it, he won't be able to find anything. He can find what he wants in this mess. The problem for me is you can't clean anything, and it's just getting worse and worse, and I can't find anything when I come out here. So I'd like to find a way to make it so that it's a workable space for both of us, even though I don't really have a whole lot of stuff out here. I do occasionally need to come out here and grab a tool or something, and I'd like to be able to put some of the tools that are just randomly placed about, I'd like to put them in a central zone. For instance, these. They're over here, and there's the toolbox. This is just how his brain works. This is fine. I don't have a problem with that. I don't want to change how his brain works. I just want to make this space so that it is more functional for both of us, and also I'll have the ability to at least keep it a little bit cleaned up. What I'm doing is trying to find more things that I can actually identify as actual trash and get rid of that so that I can have some space to actually start organizing and sorting and figure out what we have out here. But there's just really no place to even do that at, and I can't get rid of enough trash to do it. And I don't know what's in this. This was our old bread box from when we first got married. I have no idea what's in it, and I can't even get to it easily. So, I don't know. I just feel like I'm at an impasse. You know, like I can't move. I have nowhere to function. In my other spaces, when I had too much, I would just take some of it to another room where I had some space to work. But I don't want to take this stuff into my house. I'm going to turn the camera off and walk around in here again and see if I can find a few little things that I can gather to like take out of here or to put together, maybe start zoning a little bit. I don't know. I just need space to work in, and I don't have any in this area in the garage. Unless I pull my car out. I could pull my car out and just use that area, but then if I don't get it all handled, or if I have a lot of stuff that I need to ask him about, then my car is going to be stuck outside of the garage, and I kind of don't want to do that. I mean, I will if I have to, but that may be my only option because right now I cannot see what is going on in this area. I can't even reorganize it. Like, you can't move anything because there's always something in that spot. Let me know in the comments if you can relate. If it was my stuff, it'd be a lot easier. But it's not, so I gotta tread lightly. Hubby does not get more comfortable. I know some people will tell you that if they see that it's looking better, that eventually they'll probably jump on board and all that. But in our case, that has not been the case. He gets more and more uncomfortable. He's not comfortable in areas where there's not stuff. He likes to have stuff around him. So I don't know that that's going to happen. So it's okay. I mean, we'll figure it out. Meanwhile, I got to put the camera down so my brain can think and I can figure this out. While I was trying to zone things, put some things together, I found some boxes in this area that had some nails in them. So I started putting them together. Then I grabbed this basket that I had decluttered from the other part of the garage and just left it sitting out here. So I started putting them in this basket, and I noticed in this cubby hole, in this shelf, he had more. So I put some more in there, put it in this little cubby hole, and he can go through it whenever he feels like it. But I cleared off the top of this box and I peeked inside, and it is my stuff. If I can get it to hold up here. This is from when I used to sell Tupperware back in the 80s. I don't need this stuff anymore. I'm going to go through it, see if I want to keep a copy of each of these recipe books, and the rest of it can go. Yeah, Pumpkin said he wants to see. See, he's out here helping Mommy. He doesn't get to hang around in the garage very often. Do you, Bubby? Say hi. Hello. Oh, dear him he is. You saying hi? You saying hi to the people? Say hi, people. Say hello. Thanks for hanging out in our garage today. I kept cleaning off stuff off of this box, kind of putting it together, hopefully keeping it together enough so that hubby can still find it when he needs it. So I put the things that were on top of that box into this box that was sitting out here. But now I can peek in here and see that this is my stuff, things that I am ready to let go of. So this whole box will be able to be removed from this space. Both of these cans are full of pens and pencils. We have plenty. I don't need to keep all of these. Well, hubby's home, so I'm going to stop messing around in this area for today. But as you can see, I did make a little bit of progress. There are some things that are missing. Some things are being given away, some things are being thrown away, and some things found a new home. Hubby's okay with letting all this stuff go too. And here are some more things that hubby said it's okay to let go of. I still have a long way to go to get this all cleared out or straightened up or organized or whatever. But honestly, it feels like a pretty productive day. And here I thought I couldn't make any progress out here just by trying to do a little bit of zoning. I discovered that a couple of the boxes were actually my stuff, so I was able to go through them and declutter them.
Where there's a will, there is a way. It may take a minute to find it. Take in a breath and let it out slow. You'll find the answer behind it. Don't be discouraged or throw in the towel. Hang on to the knowledge you can. Let go of the past. The future is clear. The journey is part of the plan.
To those of you who stuck around to the end, thank you. I appreciate it so much, and I hope you were inspired to declutter something around your home. And if you were, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Meanwhile, happy decluttering!